Kathryn Harrison listened to her daughter when she suggested that she send a submission to listen to her mother. And she's thrilled that she did. She's also happy that she listened to her own mother when she begged her to bear her some grandchildren. Her 3 talented adult children have survived all her parenting mistakes with very few permanent repercussions. Kathryn hails from Wimberley, where she writes, creates art, and teaches. And today she shares with us letters of love.
Tomorrow is the date of my anniversary. It will be 31 years. A lifetime ago, I was getting ready for my wedding. A lifetime of events, memories, joys, sorrows, dreams, achievements, failures, births, and deaths has happened since then. Yesterday morning, I spent time sorting through a bundle of letters that my mother had given me 24 years ago. She had written them to her parents between the years 1951 and 1954. The letters chronicled the day-to-day life of my parents during the early part of their marriage. My plan was simply to put them in order by date, which had been hand-stamped on the envelope, the way it was done a lifetime ago. While putting the letters in this order, I was drawn to read a few. Reading them felt nostalgic, although that doesn't sufficiently capture the emotional depth I experienced. Later, I told my daughter that I could get lost in reading them, knowing and relating to my propensity for losing a day to such projects. She warned, "Don't do it, Mom." So that day, I didn't. But in time, I will read each one. The hopes, dreams, joys, and sorrows of a young woman's daily life a lifetime ago are handwritten in graphite or ink in neat cursive script on plain white paper, now browning with age. My daughter said she didn't even think she could read that kind of handwriting. Who writes in cursive anymore? And who writes 4- and 5-page letters today? But those old letters have valuable treasures in them. The treasures of the building of post-World War II America are hidden between those lines. Treasures of a man who was a war hero and a woman who dreamed of a better life, making that life together. Those two moved across the country from a small Texas farm town to a new suburb in mid-state New York, planning their first home, dreaming of the future, loving each other, mourning the loss of a baby girl who was carried full term and died, never having taken a breath in this world. Then that man and woman, my parents, had the courage to do a brave thing again, the courage to take another chance and go through a pregnancy once more, to experience the hopes and dreams one more time, along with the terrifying thought that what happened before might happen again. The last envelope was stamped December 9th, 1954, after my birth in July. I wondered why there were no more letters. Had there been others that had been lost? Had my grandmother quit saving them? I wished I could have called my mom to ask her these questions. She would have known. She would have remembered and informed me of the obvious, that after a baby comes into a home, there is no time for letters. I imagined that she might have a similar tale to mine about the day after bringing my daughter home from the hospital, a tale about how she was finally able to get me down for a morning nap and had expected to have a quick shower, a bit of breakfast, and to catch up on some laundry. She would have laughed while she told me that newborns have many demands and that the next time she looked at the clock, it was 3 p.m. She had not been able to shower or stop for a meal all day, and that the untouched laundry now featured the addition of many tiny pink garments. But that wasn't my mother's tale. That was my day after bringing my daughter home. And I distinctly recall thinking that this whole having a baby thing was just not working out like I had planned. The last letter from my mom to her mother and father was written about the upcoming events surrounding my first Christmas. While I was napping in my crib, my mother was telling her parents about the excitement in the air with the upcoming festive season. She had bought me some toys, acknowledging that I wouldn't know the difference, but she was excited nonetheless. Describing in detail the peach-colored dotted Swiss dress that I would wear for the shot, my mom told her parents that she was hoping to get a good picture of me on Santa's lap. And a lifetime ago, the circle began again.